pull up from you want some of this. Don't you wanna get it on with a badass chick? Pull up from you want some of this. Say.
Are you serious?
As a real bad man, you feel happy when you sit, girl, wine, wine.
Wine up, wine up, wine up, wine up.
I lie. I'm Mr. Walking is keeping it jiggy. With Delhi advice me, let me know that boys ain't I lie. Them say what are we? Pull up. Everybody, don't spill your guts, spell it out.
Watch out for this, I did my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but you are not for this. Yo, me now miss number one funny list. Mash up the place.
What's the dance? It's your girl Latonya Style representing for First Class Dancers and Dance J8. You don't know, but the different What's the Dance when? Alright, when it just started, probably 2 years ago, back again in the place just to keep you updated on the progress over the years, is it? Ready? Go. Wow, 2012 is like a fantabulous year for me. You know, fantabulous, I'm going to use the word quite extreme. You know, I think it's one of my most progressive years ever when it comes on to dancing and traveling. So 2012 first it was Virginia. Then in the summer I went to Russia, which was St. Petersburg. And that was alongside 5 dancers. No, it was alongside 4 dancers. I was the 5th person. John Bling, Andre Cosmic, Sri Lanka, and Shelly Expressions, right?
Hello.
Yeah, do you know? Do that one for the fans then.
Gaza fans, don't fret. Teacher soon free, you want stick a bed. Gaza fans, don't fret.
Just tell them the message.
Teacher gone but him soon come back. Big up gal whether brown or black. Him say fi big up the gal inna the go-go club. Every gal we sexy and fat. Tell Moby them to go and keep the link. And the gal them we make the queen. And all who a wish for the world boss sink. Him a come out quicker than you think.
Boss we are down a road, so we are down a jail. We love the fly, we not be too real.
All who don't want to teacher get bail. Who no choke off Gaza a baby bail.
So Russia was the first trip that side of the world, and it was amazing and it opened a lot of doors. So the second trip was in France. I went to Perpignan, not Paris, but it was still France. So I had to pass through Paris. Yeah, we did Big Up Camp workshop, and that was me and Shelly representing for Jamaica and many dancers from around the world, USA, Germany, Sweden, also teaching dance hall. This Russia thing opened the door because we decided to do a world tour. So the world tour that I just came back from was Russia again, and I went to 5 cities in Russia, including St. Petersburg, actually 6, but the workshops were in 5. St. Petersburg, Siberia, Novosibirsk, I have to say it properly, Rostov-on-Don. I went to Krasnodar and also Samara. Right, so the workshops were fabulous. They were all fully booked. Because you know the studios can hold a certain amount, so they filled it to capacity and people were begging to come but they couldn't come. So in terms of that, it was really successful. In Europe, I went to Italy, France, but in France again it was not Paris, it was Marseille, France. Then I went to Sweden, 2 cities, Gothenburg and Stockholm. Then I went to Poland, Warsaw. Then Germany, 3 cities again. That's Nuremberg, Berlin, and Leipzig. And then I left there, and my final stop was Finland, Helsinki. So it was a cool tour, Europe and Russia.
Yo, wagwan! It's your girl Latonya Style, and I'm in Russia, St. Petersburg, and my classes at Danza. Yes. For this tour, what was most surprising for me? Well, I could say I had a culture shock first of all, because
the Europe culture is like so different from the Jamaican culture because over there them strict. Everything is on time, everything is organized. Not saying that we're not organized in Jamaica, but they take it to a different level. Well, it's not a surprise that people love dancehall because I knew this all this time that dancehall had something special about it that attracted people all around the globe. So it wasn't a surprise, but when I saw what I learned actually, which was surprising, is that there are so many dancehall teachers that don't respect our culture. And the reason I say this is because a lot of them, when you investigate and you hear that people teaching dancehall, you wonder, okay, how did they learn dancehall so they're able to teach it? You know, so you ask around and they tell you, oh, they watch YouTube videos and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, so you're qualified to teach a dancehall class as long as you watch a YouTube video. And I'm like, okay, all right, maybe because they don't have access to buy a ticket to come to Jamaica, so all right. But then the shock for me is I go to you, so somebody booked a ticket for Latonya or whoever from Jamaica to come and show you this culture, show you this real thing, and you don't come to the workshop. So it was a big thing for me when I went. I realized, and the promoters or the organizers actually told me that most of the dancehall teachers don't come to the workshops. For my workshop, I give them a dancehall history. I don't just go over there and say, I'm going to do two-step and blah, blah, blah. I start from the start. So I tell them about the traditional dance, where dancing in Jamaica on a whole is coming from. In the parties nowadays, it's limited dancing, which I explained it probably because of the music. And a lot of the dancers are not dancing anymore because probably they just really weren't supposed to dance and they figured it out themselves. So they prefer to model because that's what they do best. So I think now we're going to realize who is real dancers from who is not, because can you handle what's happening now? So this era is the technology era. This era is the YouTube era. This era is the internet era where everything is happening online. So you can be the down-to-earth one and say, yeah, me not put nothing on YouTube, I go and stay in the party and do it, that's your thing. But if you want the world to see you, you have to give them access to see you. In my opinion, before there were DVDs that went around that a promoter could watch a DVD and say, wow, that dancer is hot, let's book him for a show. But where are those DVDs? Where are the DVDs going now? Are the promoters seeing it? Are the promoters able to bring dancers? Are they willing anymore? Before, I was a dancer in the street and I couldn't get a show. Why? Because daggering was a thing. If you're not jumping in a rubbish bin, if you're not doing gimmicks, you're not going to get a show. So that was their time. I was out of a job if I was a dancer in that era. So it's my time now in the case where they don't want that. They want real dancing and they want to learn, which is a Europe issue. Because it's not so much in America, because in America, everybody is a dancer. So instead of booking a Jamaican to come over there and teach, why not just book one of the man them from Brooklyn and Bronx, because them can dance just as good.
RDX, for the girl them. Every girl. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Bend over and touch toe. Sit like you a fuck blow. Back up and sink in your back.
Dancehall, I started at a tender age doing ballet. I did modern dance, and just growing up, my mom would always put me into every dance class. Plus, if no dancing at school, I would go to dance companies. I'm a member of the Ashe dance group for over 10 years, where I got my teaching experience because they sent us out to teach at different communities, different summer programs. So we started teaching from the age of, say, 15 or younger. And I mean, that was a real experience. So basically, I have 15 years experience, do the maths, and don't watch my age.
You're sexy with those heels on. on a real man. Inna the club we a wine and a juksa, juksa, juksa. Wine to the hooksa, juksa, juksa. Beg you a chups no, juksa, juksa. Hello you look so sexy.
I used to tour with Lexus. That was my first real job, dance hall. And you know, Lexus never sing a dancing tune, but he took dancers to his tours all over. Which, big up yourself, Lexus. Love you for that. Cause enough of them no look far away, and you see the value of dancers. I went to Cayman for 2 years. I wouldn't say I lived there because I was in Jamaica every 3 weeks. And when I come back to Jamaica, I would be at a dancehall party. I came back just to party. But for me, I didn't just dance. I was always a lover of picture taking. So I would be there taking pictures, just trying to capture every moment because I love it so much. So that's how I came up with the whole Dance J thing. Because, you know, I was just there, always involved, and that's why a lot of people don't know me as a dancer per se, dancer, but I've been there. And even as a young girl, I have family that was there when Bogle, Willie, Aga, the whole of them coming. My cousin is from New York, and she was with the African crew. They play a major role in dancehall, especially with fashion. All those money outfit, plastic outfit, I was in the room watching them get dressed, their crazy hairstyles. So I know about it for years. I know Bogle came to my house. I had to dance and do the Bogle for him. You know them kind of things there? But, I mean, people think that only if you're in the streets, you're part of something, but believe me, nobody, I don't think half of them that sit there and dance know as much about it as me because I actually studied. Dancehall, it has to be an evolution, it has to be growth. And sometimes during this growth process, you're going to have up and downs, right? Because people have to adapt to it and we have to go with the flow of the music because music plays an important part in dancing. Now, there are less dance songs. Because if you check it out, you know, Elephant Man have about 100 dance songs and those songs were in that era because that was the dancing era. And what made those artists big were the dancing songs, including Vegas.
Everybody start take for yourself. Follow the rhythm and take for yourself.
Elephant Man and the biggest thing.
Let the man, yep, some are dancing and sweet. Dancing at Jamaica, middle name. Feel the people of England are trend. Alright, swing your hand them, go like your man. Then the double the out and back. Look left, look right, swing your hand like your man.
RDX.
Move them up, move them up, move them up, them time up.
Block them out, dance, block them out. Block them out.
Dance, 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 dance. Free up yourself, free up yourself. Dance, dance, dance.
All of them, the dancing songs were the big craze. So we went through that period. Then we went through the dancing period.
Go fear, warm up and go fear. Dagger master, go fear. RDX tell you go fear. Well, the girl want
all the Jamaicans them will keep it and create it because they don't create it, they don't imitate. Over Mars, Ding Dong, the real creator them, Shelly Belly, MOB, Riffical Squad. Oh my God, big up all the Jamaican dancers because I'm teaching the dance over there. I'm going to show them, say, yo, I respect all of the Jamaican dancers them. Dance expressions, everybody in Jamaica. Fire, Stacey Fire, Elite Team, Dollar Bombs, the whole of the Sample 6, everybody. Blase, Johnny, oh God, if I name all of them, oh God, please don't kill me. Love all the dancers. Big up Dance JA, all the partners, because it's not Latonya alone in Dance JA, yeah. It's a group, yeah, Rep JA. And big up all my fans around the world, the Russians, the Sweden girls, and Poland, Finland, Italy. Team Tool. Big up on yourself, Latonya style.
It is keeping it jiggy with Delhi and Vice me. Let me know that boys ain't alive. Them say what a we. But we tell them pull up. Everybody, don't spill your guts, spell it out.
Watch out for this, I did my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want not for this. Yo, me nah miss number one funny